Now let's face it, the price of food is going up and up and up. But here's the good news. Eating well doesn't have to be expensive. In fact, some of the healthiest protein sources I recommend are also incredibly affordable and often overlooked. So in this episode, I'm going to walk you through my top budget-friendly proteins, ones that support your gut and even promote better brain and metabolic health. Now, I'll also explain why these foods are so powerful and how to prepare them in ways that are totally Gundry-Approved. First up, let's talk about one of the most convenient and surprisingly powerful protein sources you'll find on any grocery store shelf: canned wild tuna. It's affordable, it's shelf-stable, and when you choose the right kind, it can do wonders for your heart and brain health. Now, tuna, especially wild-caught skipjack or albacore, is a great source of clean protein and heart-healthy omega-3s like DHA and EPA. Now, DHA is critical for brain function, reducing inflammation, and supporting cardiovascular health. The nice thing about canned tuna is that canned tuna is made from small tuna. And good news, so far, tuna companies have not figured out how to farm-raise tuna. So by definition, all tuna currently is caught wild. But look for tuna packed in extra virgin olive oil or water, not any other oils. And always look for BPA-free cans. And they're actually remarkably easy to find. Now, these smaller species of tuna tend to have lower mercury levels than larger fish like yellowfin. But all canned tuna, by definition, is the smaller variety. So what do you do with tuna? Unfortunately, I grew up with tuna multiple times per week, and we had tuna sandwiches, we had tuna pasta, you can't believe the number of ways we had tuna. But in Italy, tuna is routinely tossed over arugula and radicchio, covered with extra virgin olive oil, some lemon juice or balsamic vinegar, and add some crushed pistachios. You can mix tuna with an avocado, chopped herbs, and mushrooms for a creamy, gut-friendly tuna salad, and no mayo is required. So there's really a lot of great ways to use tuna. Next up, chicken liver, the forgotten superfood. Now, we've got a protein that most people completely overlook, but it's actually one of the most nutrient-dense foods on the planet. I'm talking about chicken livers. Yes, organ meats like chicken livers. Now, don't worry. I'll show you exactly how to prepare it, so it's not only healthy, but delicious too. Now, organ meats from poultry, like chicken or turkey or ducks, are staples in traditional diets, particularly in France and Italy, and for good reason. Chicken or duck liver is rich in vitamin A in its active form, B12, iron, folate, and high-quality protein, nutrients many people today are deficient in. There's actually a pâté diet in France that's incredibly effective for weight loss, but quite frankly, it's very expensive. Now, here's the problem. Please, please, please don't hear this and say, oh, Dr. Gundry wants me to eat beef, lamb, or pork liver. No, don't do that. These livers have the highest new 5G levels of any food measure. Sorry about that. I'm talking about chicken or duck or turkey liver. They have new 5AC, the same molecule that we have in us. Now, livers are also a great source of choline, which supports brain and liver health. Now, the cost? You can often find pasture-raised chicken liver for just a few dollars a pound. It's usually thrown away. It makes it one of the most nutrient-dense and affordable foods available. And in fact, many of the really great places that I get and recommend my chicken, like lectinlightchicken.com or primalpastures.com, sell these chicken or duck or turkey livers gizzards, hearts, at a very cheap price because that's basically leftover from what they're really selling. So what I do, first of all, I can tell you that every time I get off the plane in Paris, France, I make a beeline with my wife to the Marais district, to a little French cafe where I always order the sautéed livers and salad. Always. And it's a staple on the menu. It is never left the menu. And that's what they eat for lunch. Put it on a salad. The Italians, you would not find an hors d'oeuvre plate that doesn't have liver pate, chicken liver pate on the plate, because it's always there. You can blend cooked liver into pate with extra virgin olive oil, garlic, and herbs. So don't discard the liver. Hide it if you really don't like the flavor, or dress it up with herbs and garlic and then put it in a salad. It's a great addition to get a lot of protein that's really good for you. All right, let's talk about seeds. Now, seeds are a tiny but mighty source of proteins because when you choose wisely, seeds can be an incredible source of plant-based protein, healthy fats, and gut-friendly fiber. But I want to be clear, not all seeds are created equal. A lot of so-called super seeds, like chia, sunflower, buckwheat, and pumpkin seeds, can actually be harmful to your gut. Now, sadly, chia seeds in particular are high in lectins and oxalates, which can irritate your gut lining and promote inflammation. And pumpkin seeds, also off the list due to lectin content. Same with buckwheat and sunflower seeds. Recently, because a friend of mine has been promoting buckwheat, I've seen several adopters of this advice who had had perfect sealed leaky gut and perfect autoimmune markers suddenly develop leaky gut and reactivate their autoimmune disease by eating Himalayan buckwheat. Please don't do that. So which seeds do get my stamp of approval? Okay, so here's some of my favorites. Hemp seeds. Now, hemp seeds are a complete plant protein, meaning they contain all 9 essential amino acids. They're also rich in anti-inflammatory omega-3 fatty acids. They're easy to digest and they're loaded with magnesium and fiber. So how do you use them? Well, sprinkle them on salads, blend them into my green smoothie, or mix into a lectin-free granola. Next up, sesame seeds. I love sesame seeds and sesame oil, especially for their polyphenols and anti-inflammatory properties. They're great for heart health and hormone balance. So how do you use them? Well, you can toast them or buy them toasted and add to stir fries or salads. Use cold-pressed sesame oil for flavor and these health benefits. Tahini. Now, this is one of my favorite swaps for deadly peanut butter. Next up, flax seeds. Now, flax seeds are almost pure short-chain omega-3 fat, alpha-linolenic acid, and lignans and fiber. And they have no lectins. But make sure you only eat ground flax seeds. Flax seeds have an outer covering that resists your digestive enzymes. So you have no benefit from eating those flaxseed crackers. You can't break down that wall. That's why you have to grind them. Now, there's 2 alternatives here. I prefer you buy flax seeds and buy a coffee grinder dedicated to them and grind your flax seeds right before you use them. If you buy ground flaxseed, the minute you open the package, start refrigerating it. Flax seeds, because of their high omega-3 content, go rancid very quickly. So either way, but if you buy it ground, store it in the refrigerator. Now, another one of my favorites are basil seeds. Now, this is a fantastic alternative to chia seeds without the lectins or digestive issues. Basil seeds are gut-friendly and rich in soluble fiber. There's also a cool new study that's showing eating basil seeds promotes mucilage production. Now, mucilage is one of the most important protective barriers in our gut, and our gut buddies love mucilage. Okay, so how do you use them? Well, soak 2 or 3 teaspoons in 1 cup of water or nut milk until they gel, and eat them like that. Better yet, check out my basil seed pudding on my Instagram or in Unlocking the Keto Code. It's delicious, and I can guarantee you, your kids will love it, and you will too. More amazing episodes just like this one. Watch now. Fruit, particularly dark berries, are great for you in season, but they're not great for you out of season.